Yes, my beautiful people, what's going on? It's creamslice. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be covering the Ultimate Titan. As we all know, a few seasons ago, Arc 3.0 blessed us with just the Ultimate Arc Titan with jolting, grenade spamming. It was definitely broken. A few seasons later, come Season of the Deep, Bungie has definitely blessed us again and made this Arc Titan build even stronger. Especially with the artifact mods, we can just absolutely abuse any activity in the game. So what you're going to be seeing in the gameplay, few clips from some of the GMs I was running, we are definitely going into these activities under light. So if you plan on doing any grandmasters or master nightfalls, this is the build. So we're going straight in for the kill. Heart of Inmost Light is still strong, guys. Do not believe what you have heard about the nerf. This is still top tier, guys, honestly. For the grenade spamming loop that we all know is forever strong, it is still here. So Overflowing Light is the perk. Using an ability empowers the other two abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen, melees and grenades do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. So the reason we chose this over Armamentarium is because solely of the grenade damage bonus that we get paired with the pulse grenades. It is definitely the shout for Arc. So we're going to be rocking the pulse grenade and we are pairing it with the touch of thunder. This is what allows our grenades not only to create ionic traces but increase our damage over time the longer the pulse grenade damages our enemies. This allows us for amazing damage. We can melt champions, groups of adds, and it's even great for DPS on bosses. You want Spark of Irons. Defeating a jolty target creates an ionic trace feeding back into our grenade ability loop. We've got Spark of Shock. Our arc grenades jolt targets, great for overload champions. Spark of Resistance, and then Spark of Magnitude. This will make our pulse grenades last longer. So as you remember from the aspect, Touch of Thunder, pulse grenades damage targets and increases the damage over time. Pairing it with Spark of Magnitude makes for melting everything. So if you guys remember the gameplay loop with the Heart of Inmost Light, I will go over it again just for anybody who is new coming over this build. So you want to equip the thruster ability because it has the shortest cooldown and it allows us to flow nicely with the gameplay loop that we are trying to achieve. So the first thing you want to do before you throw your grenade is do a thruster. This will just evade to the side and then you will get your empowering grenade. Throw your grenade and then that will empower your thruster and your melee. You can use the Seismic Strike. I like using this because it allows me to blind enemies and also it can stun unstoppable champions. As I said, from Season of the Deep, we have been truly blessed with Arc this season, and this already broken Titan build has just been made even better. So the first perk that we are going to be looking at is Amped Up. Stay amplified for longer while your Arc subclass is equipped. Then we have Thunderous Retort. This is gonna give our Arc super amazing damage when we are critically wounded, and we are using the Thundercrass for that high burst DPS on bosses. Then we have Electric Armor, gain damage resistance while we are amplified. And then the two main ones that you definitely want to be running with this build is Shock and Awe. Arc Final Blows while we are amplified, summon a burst of lightning that damages and jolts targets. So as you can imagine, you're doing your Seismic Strike, it's going to summon a burst of lightning that damages and also jolts targets. And then the icing on the cake is Lightning Strikes twice. Already with the Heart of the Inmost Light build loop that we've got going on, obviously using our abilities, it empowers our other two but also increases the regen rate. This is a great perk to have after throwing a grenade. You gain increased grenade charge for a short period of time. So this is all feeding into our gameplay loop. We're getting fast grenades, enabling to take down harder mages and champions in the grandmasters. And the great thing about Lightning Strikes twice and the Touch of Thunder paired with a pulse grenade, we can create about 4 to 5 ionic traces depending on the strength of the ad. So if you are looking at a champion or a major, the longer the grenade stays on top of them, the more ionic traces we get back, feeding into our gameplay loop. So this is nothing short of broken, guys. So here we are at the character screen. I'll just go over what we are running with our stats and our mods. So you definitely want to be running 100 resilience. This will reduce the cooldown of your thruster even more, and then you want to get your grenade as high as possible. Starting from the helmet, we've got assets to assets and kinetic siphon. On the arms, we've got double grenade kickstart, allowing us for pretty much infinity grenades. On the chest piece, we have charged up and arc and solar damage resist. Charged up will allow us to hold an extra armor charge. With this season, I'll just go into it here, we are being blessed with this elemental charge. Collecting an ionic trace has an escalating chance to give us armor charges. As you can imagine, with all the pulse grenades we're going to be throwing, all the ionic traces we are collecting is going to give us armor charges at 4 stacks straight off the bat by collecting 2 ionic traces, because we have stacks on stacks. So we can hold 4 armor charges at once, allowing us to take advantage of grenade kickstart, feeding back into our grenades. And then we have recuperation on the boots, so every time we pick up an overpower, we have a little bit of healing. On the class item, we are running a utility kickstart and a double bomber mod. So the way you want to use this is a double bomber mod will activate every time you use your thruster. Then we have lightning strikes twice, feeding into our grenades. Heart of Immos Light energy feeding back into our abilities. So do not let people tell you that Heart of Immos Light is dead, because it's very much alive. So as for weapons, I was doing a glassway, so I was using a Riptide for unstoppable champions, freezing them, and then we had centrifuge for the barriers. This is a phenomenal weapon. And then we have Hothead as well. So with this season, with the Grandmasters having Void Surge, this build is going to help you out a ton. There are lots of benefits from using Arc this season, as we've just gone over. But I do recommend, if you are trying to farm the Grandmasters, Heart of Immos Light and Arc Titan with pulse grenades is definitely the way forward. So I hope you like it, guys. I'm creamslice. Peace.